Hey Turd Nuggets, I'm Ryan. So last year around this time, I was living in Los Angeles. Fast forward to this year, and I am back living in Michigan. In this video, I will explain why I decided to leave Southern California. So a few videos ago, I announced that I was moving from California back to the Mitten State. But what I didn't mention was why I was moving back. And to be honest with you, there's not just one reason, there's many reasons why. So in previous videos, I complained about how the traffic was terrible and the high cost of living was way too high. Well, guess what? It all played a factor in why I left. Imagine 7-lane highways, and for a good 8 hours of the day, they are just jammed packed. It once took me 45 minutes just to drive 15 miles. Do you know how insane that is? And due to the high cost of living, I was on the tightest of tight budgets. I once went to a bar and I spent $17 on 2 beers. That's just ridiculous. And for a few months during the summer, gas was about $4 a gallon. But the biggest drain on my bank account was the rent. My first apartment was $1,150 a month for a tiny room in a 5-bedroom house. Another reason why I moved back was because of my friends and family. To put it plain and simple, I had no family members in California. My parents were back in Michigan, my brother was in Florida, and I really could only call them during certain hours of the day. And in Michigan, I had a big group of friends. Whereas in California, I found it hard to find people my own age that lived close by. And since LA is such a fast-paced business culture, even if you made some friends, they might not have time to hang out with you. Another good reason why I left was because I was just tired of Los Angeles. For the first few months of living there, it was pretty cool and awesome. But after a while, the excitement and novelty of living there just kind of faded away. The palm trees just seemed like regular trees. The hot sunny days just kind of seemed like any other day. And believe it or not, Los Angeles is nothing like what you'd see in movies or TV shows. Not everyone is rich and living in mansions. In fact, most of the city is pretty run down and dirty. So all of these reasons played a huge factor in why I decided to come home. But there was one moment that pushed me to make a decision. And before I tell it, this is the short and condensed version of what happened. One day while sipping some coffee and relaxing, I got a loud knock on the door. I answered it, and it was the homeowner. He asked me to sit down and gave me some bad news. He told me that he was selling the house and that me and my roommate both had to move out as soon as possible. I was completely in shock. At the time, I was spending $650 just to live there, which was possibly the cheapest rent in the city. And I really did not want to go back to paying thousands of dollars a month for a tiny room. For a few good hours, I was just out of it. But after a while, I calmed down and weighed my options, and then made a decision. I'll go home! Well, there you have it, folks. That's why I moved back to Michigan. Since coming back, a few of my friends have asked me, Ryan, do you miss living in California? And the answer is no, not really. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. However, I will say it was a great experience just living there for 1 year. In fact, a word of advice to anyone that's looking for a change of scenery and moving far away from home, do it. Who knows, you might come back, you might not. But in the end, it's all about seeing the world and growing as a person. Well, that concludes this video, guys. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see others like it, then check out the many different playlists on this channel. Each one is dedicated to a different genre that I produce. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more videos, and feel free to leave a comment.